Hey guys, what's up? So I've seen a lot of my experience meeting this celebrity or this celebrity. So I thought I would make one about my experience meeting Sebastian Stan. So let's get started. Um, so I went to the Wizard World Comic Con in Portland, Oregon at the Portland Convention Center this past weekend. That's when Wizard World was. Actually, 2 days ago when I met Sebastian Stan. It's April 13th through 15th. We went on the 14th. Um, so, day of the event, I had done some research because I was like, okay, you have only, I'm very sorry to say, but only have about like 5 to 10 seconds with him, like at most. Like, I thought I would be like, okay, you have like 2 minutes, kind of think that, but no, like, because I'll insert a picture of my pose with Sebastian at the very end of my talking. So yeah, and I'm really happy how it turned out. And so I got him smiling. So I'm really happy about that. And so we got at the convention center at around 10:30ish, 10:15, 10:30. And we had bought our tickets in advance also. We had bought them online. Once we arrived at the convention center, we got in this line, and then you go to the counters, and they have like VIP, they have like contest things, and they have like advanced tickets, which is where you go if you buy your tickets online. And then once they scan your ticket, then they give you this wristband here. One day, this is what it looked like for Saturday. I'm not sure if the different days were different, but anyways, once we got our wristbands, and we're not allowed to take these off at all. Like if you take them off, then like you'll see like buy another ticket. So we went into the convention, like the hall, whatever, where they had all like the booths and stuff like that. And in there they had like the artist alley, like thing like that, and then they had the photo ops, and they had the autographs, and they had like different things. So we had gotten there. So my photo op was at 12:15, or that's when like the general admission photo op was gonna happen. And so we just went to look around the photo op area to kind of figure out where I was supposed to go. And because another thing with the photo ops is up to 2 people can be in your photo. So like if you are kind of short on money, and like you guys want to like split it, then 2 people can be in the picture. So we got to the photo op area, and we just kind of hung around there because the different celebrities were signing autographs at that time. And I got to see, because Jason Momoa was actually signing autographs like when I got there, so I got to see him. And so yeah, I took some snaps of him and put it on my story, and then I took some snaps of like everything else. And then they were actually running behind on the Sebastian Stan like things that he had to do, because he was supposed to go over from the photo ops to autographs back to photo ops. And I was waiting over by the autographs to see him walk by, and then I was gonna go line up for the photo ops, but he never came by. And my dad texted me, he's like, hey, get over here because the line's super super long for the photo ops. Like, I know it's still like a ways away, but like you have to go here because they may like cut it off. And so I went over there, and yeah, the line was huge. It's like around the corner, like around another corner, because like the photo ops are in this like big like box kind of thing, and it's just like sectioned off for different people. So I go line up, and I met these 3 like really awesome people, and me and this girl, we hit it off like right away. We're just talking to each other, and like I never introduced myself, so I don't know her name. So shout out to you. So the line went faster than I thought it would. Like when we were like lining up, and so once we got through the initial line, before they scan your barcode, that was like 15-20 minutes maybe. Because I got out of there in less time than I thought I would, definitely. So when you get up to like kind of like the gate area, like before it's all like sectioned off, then the people who work there, they scan your barcode. I think there were 14 different like lines to get into, because Jason Momoa was also doing photo ops at that specific time as well. And so yeah, you had to be put in the right line. I was put in line 1. So I was like, awesome, maybe I'll get in first. But then I saw other lines going, and I was like, oh great, I'm gonna be going in last, because it's like probably gonna go like biggest number, smallest number. But luckily that wasn't the case, because the people who had gone before were actually the VIP. So yeah, like that, they got to go in first. Which I was fine with. I just got I started getting really nervous, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna meet Sebastian Stan like in however long minutes, you know, like I had no idea. And I was just freaking out. And like, I honestly thought I was gonna throw up. A few times I was like, I told the girlfriend, I was like, I'm freaking out, like I don't know what's gonna happen, like what is gonna go, what's going on. She's like, I'm gonna cry. I was like, I feel like I'm gonna cry too. And I almost threw up. I almost cried. Like I almost like not fainted, but like I felt weird. And so it was our turn to go in, and they led us through this little like curtained off area, and then the lady scanned our tickets. Then she took them away, and like I looked over, and there's Sebastian Stan, and like you know in movies where like everything stops and it's like everything's going slow motion, and you're just like, oh my goodness, and you're just like, hold up a minute, what is going on here? Like what? And so I stood there, and I almost lost it. I almost started crying, and I was like, the guy who I'm in love with for at least 5 years is standing right in front of me, and I'm going to meet him. Like, what is going on here? And so people in front of me go, and it's super quick, because like literally they walk up, like, because he does like, unless you tell him you want to do a pose, he does a typical like shoulder around shoulder kind of thing, like smile, and then next please, and then you have to like leave. And so this person in front of me went, which is telling you, the girl I was telling you about, and so then she leaves, and the photographer's like, next please, and it's my turn, and like I look at Sebastian Stan, he looks at me, and I'm like, I almost like run. I'm just like, I can't do this. And so I walk up there, you know, and he's like, you know, like staring at me. Is like intent, but not like staring at me, but like intently looking at me. And I'm like, hi, and he's like, hi, and I'm like, oh, and then and then never like, don't be afraid to speak up. He was about to put his arm around me, you know, to do the picture, and I was like, actually, could we do? And I looked at him. You know, I wanted to get his attention. I was like, okay, I need to have your attention for this. And then he looked down at me, and then he's like looking at me, and I was like, actually, can we do like the hugging pose? And he's like, sure. And you know, like in that moment when I was talking to him, I felt like the world like stopped, because he was like, he kind of did his Bucky face, like the like kind of like the like insecure kind of face, because he was like, you know, kind of like, I can't do it, you know. It's just, I was like, I'm gonna die. I feel like if I die today, I'm gonna die happy. Like nothing. I was like on cloud 9, like. So he was like, yeah, sure. And so he puts his arm. He wraps his arms around me. And that moment, I was thinking, I am in Sebastian Stan's arms. I am in Bucky's arms. My heart. I was like, I almost started crying. I was like I literally, I had tears in my eyes. Like in my picture, if you look closely, like my eyes were really like shiny. And I'm like, I was about to cry. Like, I still can't believe it now. So then he took the picture, and then we let go, and I was like, thank you. And he's like, you're welcome. And I was like, oh, So I had no idea if he was smiling or not. I was like, I hoped he'd smiled in the picture, but I didn't want to like look up, you know. So I walk out, and the girl who was in front of me, who I was talking to, she was like, she turned around, and she was just like, whew, she was crying, and I almost started crying, and it's just like, it was beautiful, my experience. So yeah, that was my experience getting a photo op with Sebastian Stan, and that's not all I got. Yeah. So I got the picture, I looked at the picture, and I was like, it turned out beautiful. He was smiling, everything was perfect, like I was so happy. And then I showed my dad, and I started freaking out, and he's like, calm down. And I'm like, I just met the Sebastian Stan, like, are you kidding me? You're telling me to calm down? I can't calm down, hello. So, we like kind of like got everything situated, and then Sebastian Stan had a panel at 2 o'clock, and it was around like 12:15 at that time. So we had some, so yeah, like I ended like kind of like right when the photo op was supposed to start. So I was happy about that because I was worried that I wouldn't make it out in enough time to watch his panel. So we headed over to the Portland Ballrooms, which is where his panel was going to be at. But we had to wait outside because Wizard World cleared the rooms. Because it was, I think, yeah, Ian Somerhalder. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that name right. He's the guy from the Vampire Diaries. He was in the panel before Sebastian Stan. And so we started to make a line. There were like 4 people in front of us, because we waited outside the door for Sebastian's panel. So we got like great seats. For that was a whole other ordeal, because like the people, like the lady at the door, Emma, shout out to Emma, she is like, I love her so much. She's amazing. Like she got us in there before like the other general admission. I got like right next to the microphone. I got an aisle seat. I got like second row, like in like the second section, because like different sections. I got like an amazing seat, and I was like, okay, I have to ask Sebastian Stan a question. Like I have to have an actual like conversation with him, you know. So I was just like, hey, yeah, sure, and like that for the photo op. So it's time for the questions. Everyone starts lining up, and like I'm like 4th person, and I'm like, yes, I get to ask him a question. So when it was my turn, I asked him my question. My question was, when you were a kid, what Marvel character did you identify with? And like, okay, when he answers your question, he looks at you, like he looks you in the eye. He directly answers your question. He's my world. I just love him so much. So yeah, after that was done, his panel ended at 2:45, and then the Justice League panel was right after that at 3. So we went out and we came back in for that panel, and it was just Ezra Miller and Ray Fisher. So yeah, and then we left. We got home at around like 4:30ish, and yeah, that was my day. Like that was my experience meeting Sebastian Stan. He's honestly the sweetest person ever. I just love him. I love him to death. Like I love him to death. And so in June, I'm going to go to Ace Comic-Con in Seattle, Washington, and I'm going to meet Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Tom Hiddleston, which, okay. Sebastian Stan and Tom Hiddleston are like my like OG obsession. They're like the OG obsession. Like I'll have to show you a poster of Loki. Like he's like, I love him so much. So yeah, I'm gonna meet the 3 of them in June. I will have experience videos, my experience videos for the 3 of them. I will be doing those separately, hopefully, because it'll be June 22nd, 23rd, 24th. I will be going on Sunday, June 23rd. So yes, thank you for watching this video. Pictures are gonna be next. Bye.